The Scorpion, Chapter 11. What were Roman rights? Did Romans enjoy inalienable rights? We must ask this question because English law emanated from Roman law. To no one's surprise, the Romans, like the Brits, did not enjoy inalienable rights. Their rights were granted by the Senate, and these rights were known as the 12 Tables. Here is a brief resume from Google AI. The 12 Tables were not entirely fair to plebeians, as they were a compromise that primarily aimed to settle disputes between aristocrats and make pre-existing laws public. But they also provided crucial protections for plebeians against arbitrary patrician and priestly abuse by creating a transparent, accessible legal code. The tables allowed plebeians to learn the laws for the first time, reducing the advantage of the patricians who had previously controlled and interpreted unwritten laws. However, they still contained harsh punishments, established strict social hierarchies, and did not grant plebeians significant political power. The 12 Tables were not immutable, and they had been modified and altered over the centuries from 450 BC onward. During this time, the patricians and plebes fought vigorously, just as we fight today. Generally, the patricians won to Rome's detriment. Here's what the average Roman felt about Roman law, according to Google AI. Based on historical accounts, satisfaction with the Roman legal system was mixed and highly dependent on social class. While Romans were proud of their legal system, which provided stability and was considered sophisticated for its time, it was often viewed as a tool for the privileged to maintain control, with common people, plebes, frequently facing abuses of power. In short, while the average Roman could appreciate the orderly, predictable, and protective nature of the law, they were also acutely aware of its potential for corruption, bias, and severe brutality against the lower classes. It was this festering elitism, home and abroad, that led to Rome's downfall. As one of the plebes today, I stand against Rome and all that Rome stands for, just as I stand against our false American leaders, the apologists of Alexander Hamilton, who think they understand the true Hamilton, yet pervert his true message. And so I refuse to see the play Hamilton. And here's my principal beef. It is a celebration of Hamilton principally for royalists who have no love of American history. They are only there so they can say to their friends that they saw. For them, Hamilton is another checkbox on their victory list that they perceive as a validation of their importance. As such, they're poseurs. Who is the prototypical person who is watching the play Hamilton? Well, it's clearly the disciple of Aaron Burr, the very New York Society phony who Hamilton abhorred. These are the people who go to a play to be seen, so that they can tell their friends that they got tickets to Hamilton. For all his contradictions, Hamilton seems to have been a godly man. Yes, he had imperfections, but malicious greed was not one of them. Yet here come the dabblers, dilettantes, and pseudo-intellectuals with their tickets to Hamilton, fresh from their $900 feasting at Dorsia. They don't deserve to be in the audience. They don't deserve to be in Hamilton's presence. I know such a person. This person is from one of the U.S.'s satrapies and adores going to these name-brand events. She hails from the upper class in her native country. She enjoys the best of New York City, while her countrymen live in poverty. I once suggested to her the concept of her country being a state within the U.S. umbrella. My thinking was that overnight, the poor of her country would be given a stake in the game, something they deserve in return for their impoverishment being a consequence of U.S. co-option. Well, she was aghast and spoke of white hegemony. Oh, I see, I thought. So the best of New York is for you and your elite class, not for the regular people. Gucci watches are for you, not for the plebes. She and other people like her flock to shows like Hamilton, and yet they know nothing of Hamilton nor care. Nor do they have any true understanding of just who built the United States of America. namely the people who attend Scorpions concerts. These poseurs who sit in their front row seats in special boxes represent the uncaring nobility of America. These are the men and women who wage and support America's useless wars abroad. And unlike Hamilton, they enjoy bombing brown people. For them, subjugation of a people is no problem. They rather like to look away than acknowledge the fact that America props up thugs around the globe to protect America's sweatshops, where indigenous people struggle to make $5 per 12-hour workday. If Lin-Manuel Miranda wants to impress me, have Hamilton come out after the play is over and lambast the royalist pigs in the audience and give them a public tongue lashing for betraying the true Hamilton, not the phony Hamilton that has been co-opted. Let them know that they, the audience, are the true disciples of Aaron Burr. Public shame might make a difference.